Now I would like you to start by taking a nice, deep, comfortable breath. Go ahead and get the sense of what it feels like for air to come into your body and for air to leave your body as you exhale. Just inhaling and exhaling. We don't often think about the experience of breathing, what the sensation is like to feel air coming in and your belly button leaving your spine, and then for the sensation of the air to leave your body and the relaxation that comes with it. And now, as you listen more and more carefully to the sound of my voice, I would like you to notice that with every breath you become deeper and deeper relaxed. And while this deep relaxation begins to develop, I would just like you to imagine yourself in a tropical forest now. It's a very warm day and you're standing in the forest and you are surrounded by lush, green tropical plants. Above you, you can see the sky, and all around you are thick, tropical, thriving trees and plants. Looking ahead of you, you can see a path that begins to wind down, and you can't see where the path goes. You find you're at the top of a hill in this forest, and that the path winds down the hill in a direction that you can't see. You find yourself moving to that path, and you start walking down it. On the path is lush green moss. Your feet are bare and you can feel them bouncing up and down in the spongy moss. Now, as you continue down this path, you will see a series of rocks. Each rock will have a number painted on it. As you pass each rock, I will say the number and you will find that you become more deeply relaxed. So, the larger the number on the rock, the deeper relaxed you will become. When you reach the 10th rock, you'll be at the bottom of the hill and profoundly and utterly relaxed. We begin to go down this path even further, and 1. You will see the first rock and come to it. And already you begin to notice relaxation on the top of your head, beginning to spread downward, spreading and flowing all over every hair follicle in the top of your head, spreading down to your forehead, your cheeks, your mouth and jaw. Deep comfort, relaxation, allowing your mouth and jaw to just let go. You continue to move downward toward the comfortable path. There's a brilliant blue sky above you. There's sun above, and the sun is shining down on you, on the top of your head, making your entire body feel warm and relaxed. On either side of you, there continues to be lush, green, tropical plants. Ferns, palm trees, all different types of flowering plants. You can even smell the flowers as you comfortably walk down. And 2, you come to the second rock, and that relaxation continues to spread down through your body, down through your neck, into your shoulders, allowing your neck and shoulders to become comfortably relaxed, continuing to move downward. And now 3, you pass the third rock. Relaxation spreads down from your shoulders into your arms, into your forearms, into your hands. Deep, comfortable relaxation. noticing how easy it is to focus on the sound of my voice, how clear the words I'm saying are as you continue to move down the path. And 4, relaxation goes down into your chest now, slowing down your breathing even more deeply, even more completely. Just beginning to get the sense of drifting, not a care in the world, nothing to worry about, not even anything to think about, as this sense of drifting and absolute well-being continues more and more. You continue to move further down the path, and 5, you reach the 5th rock, and you're halfway to the bottom. Relaxation moves down into your waist now, down into your legs, into your feet. Your entire body now deeply and profoundly relaxed, and yet only halfway to the bottom. You move down the path, blue sky above you, plants all around you. And 6, you see the 6th rock, profoundly, comfortably relaxed, almost beginning to get a sense of drifting, almost a sense of floating, as the sun makes your entire body feel profoundly comfortable, profoundly relaxed. And 7, you pass the 7th rock. You find it easier and easier to focus on the sound of my voice, clearly hearing everything I say and moving everything else into the background of your mind. Totally focused on my voice now. Total relaxation. Total well-being. 8. You pass the 8th rock, knowing you're almost at the bottom of the path, and yet not knowing what you might experience at the bottom of the path. Interested in what that might be, and yet at the same time profoundly, comfortably, deeply relaxed. A sense of drifting closer to the bottom now. And 9, you pass the 9th rock, and a sense of complete, utter calmness has filled your entire body. Profound relaxation, still able to hear my voice, yet experiencing a pleasant sense of drifting without a care in the world. Deeply and comfortably relaxed. And now 10. You pass the 10th rock. You're profoundly relaxed and able to follow any instructions that your mind finds are useful to you. You find yourself wandering in an even more beautiful, lush forest. And looking ahead of you, you see some rock-like structures. Beautiful flat rocks like granite. Smooth, shiny rocks that reflect the sun shining against them and radiate multiple colours: reds, blues, yellows, greens. You walk over to those rocks and there's a shallow pool with a waterfall. Now this pool is only about 1.5 foot deep, and yet the interesting thing about this water is that you find you can lie on your back, float in it, and yet still touch the bottom of the pool. It is an absolutely stunning blue-coloured pool, surrounded by multicoloured, flat, beautiful rocks, and those in turn are surrounded by the forest. Lying there in the water, you see the blue sky above you. You see some clouds moving that are really fascinating to you. You find that you're able to lie in the water and that your body floats very easily in the shallow water. Every bit of your body is supported, and you can just let your body go. You begin to get the sense of drifting, like you're just floating in mid-air. The water can be any temperature that you like, and you can change it. If you want it to be slightly cool, that's fine. If you want it to be slightly warm, that's fine. As long as it's at the temperature that feels comfortable for you, that's perfectly fine. And as you float in the water, profoundly relaxed, focusing on my voice, you'll begin to notice that things that are very useful to you, thoughts, images and feelings, begin to float in and out of your mind, just drifting and floating in and out. You realise that you have a very powerful part of your mind that can be a great friend to you. And so, while part of your mind is floating comfortably in the pool and just noticing what the sky looks like and wondering how you could be so profoundly comfortable, another part of your mind starts having images that are profoundly useful to you. And one thing I'd like you to notice now is that you can actually notice, in a comfortable way, strangely enough, what it's like to have the headache pain, what the pain looks like in your head. What colour is it? How much does it weigh? What shape is it? How much water would it hold? Just beginning to form an image of the headache within your head. Looking at it from a distance and being fascinated with that. And as you watch your headache, you begin to watch it gently flow out of your head into the water around you. Certainly not all at once, but slowly. Just flowing out like a balloon filled with water, and the water squeezing out. I don't know exactly how your mind's going to make you more comfortable. Your mind may serve you now by noticing that in the future, when you begin to get the aura before a headache, when you begin to get the signs of a headache, that will become a signal for you and your mind, a signal to become utterly comfortable, deeply relaxed, more relaxed than you are now. You'll still be able to function, to walk around, to talk to people, to do what you're doing. But you'll have an immediate rush of well-being and comfort as soon as you begin to get the early signs. And maybe, once you get those early signs, you'll become so profoundly relaxed that maybe the headache will never appear at all. If it does appear, perhaps you'll find you're watching the headache from a distance, just noticing that it's there, but yet not being bothered by it anymore. And maybe you'll find too that the headache will disappear far faster than you would ever have imagined. Perhaps you won't remember whether or not you've ever been in any type of discomfort. It may be that you're able to picture the blood vessels in your head. Further, they may appear to be large and swollen. Yet as you observe them, they begin to shrink and return to normal. And maybe you'll find too that the headache will disappear far faster than you would ever have imagined. I don't know exactly how it will seem as one part of your mind remains floating in this comfortable pool, the sun shining on you, not a care in the world, thoughts coming in and out of your mind. And one thought that you may have, or one image is a time in your past that you didn't have any headaches at all. How did it feel at this earlier time in your life not to have any headaches? Maybe you were even a child. Or perhaps your mind goes back to pleasant images in the past, perhaps when you were far younger. Any images that come up are fine as long as they're enjoyable. Just noticing that image, memory or symbol from the past as long as it's a happy one. And now some more images start to come to mind, and those are pleasant images in the future where you don't have any pain at all. Just noticing what you're doing, who you're with, and what it looks like to be absolutely, profoundly comfortable. And also you begin to notice that the time between the past and the future begins to become blended. And so that time begins to have no meaning. I don't know exactly how your mind will allow you to feel more comfortable. I do know that your mind is a very powerful ally, and it can do many things to make you feel more comfortable. It may be that in the future, just closing your eyes and counting from 1 to 10 will allow you to reach an even more profound state of relaxation. It may be that periods of discomfort seem to go into fast motion, and what might have seemed like 10 minutes or half an hour or 2 hours all of a sudden seem like 6 minutes or 3 minutes or 1 minute. And perhaps you'll suddenly be looking back and being surprised by all the comfort that you've been remembering. I don't know how your mind will serve as a resource for you, but I do know that it is a powerful resource and will continue to serve you. And as you lie in the pool now, drifting along, knowing that you remember everything that is useful and that you'll forget anything that wasn't particularly useful, I'd like you to begin to get ready to end this journey down the path and head back up the path. Only this time, when you do reach the top of the path, it will be quite a different experience from when you were there before. This time you'll return back up the path and you'll find yourself alert, orientated, but profoundly comfortable. It'll be as if you've had a nice, comfortable nap, but alert, awake and refreshed. Alert, awake and refreshed. You feel yourself getting up out of the water now. Now, walking back towards the path, you see the 10th rock. And as we head up the path together, I'll begin to count up the path. And as you know, as I count each number, you'll start to feel more and more alert, more and more awake, more and more comfortable. 10. You pass the 10th rock. Start moving up slowly and feel yourself returning to an awakened state. 9. More and more awake, more and more refreshed. 8. 7. Beginning to move around now. Beginning to notice the sensations in your body in a different way. 6. 5. Halfway back to the top and already feeling more and more awake. Still remaining comfortable, but more and more awake. 4. Beginning to orientate yourself now. 3. Really waking up now. 2. 1. Awake and alert.